Hi everyone, I'm back with another YouTube video. As you guys know, my YouTube channel is about home, property, mortgage, budgeting, saving, everything to do with buying a house under that umbrella. Yeah, so that's one thing. The second thing is social work. I've noticed quite a lot of you want to know about social work, and I was kind of wondering why everyone wanted to know about social work so much. And I looked on YouTube and I realised there actually isn't anything about the job on YouTube. It's mostly like Americans talking about it, but nothing British on social work. Anyway, I'm not getting social work. My other content is social work, and the other one is hair and beauty and how to do things within the hair and beauty arena. But anyway, as you guys know, I did a little polling question thing on Instagram and asked you guys what content you guys are interested in first. And not everybody, the majority of people said that they wanted to see home, property, saving content. So I listened to you guys and here I am. Today's video is going to be about how to save, how to budget, and how to prepare for a mortgage. I'm just going to give like a few top tips. Guys, preparing for a mortgage is very important. You don't just save your money and say I'm getting a mortgage. That's not how it works. That's a big mistake. If you're trying to get a mortgage, it's something you have to prepare for at least a year in advance. And when I talk about preparation, I'm not only talking about the saving aspect. There's certain things you have to consider because these things will be checked during the mortgage process. So to avoid any delays, these are things that you have to do. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So remember, this is just about saving for a mortgage, right? So you guys asked for home, property, mortgage, saving, that sort of content. And here I am with it, right? So the first step is having a savings goal. The first step is having a clear vision. Having a clear, realistic vision, having tunnel vision. And for example, my vision was I wanted a 3-bedroom house and with a garden. And once you have that vision, make sure it's tunnel vision. Make sure you've researched like how you could get there and looked at steps to get there, and basically convince yourself, yes, I can do these steps and I can get there. And you have to really believe in yourself, guys. Do not let anybody tell you different, because during my own process there were people that said to me, why don't you just get a 1-bedroom house, why don't you get a 2-bedroom flat? But that's not what I wanted. That wasn't my vision. My vision was a 3-bedroom house, and that was it. No one could deter those thoughts from my head. So make sure you just have that clear vision and you stick with it. Rule number 2 is having a savings goal. So what I would advise for you to do is to have a look at so say for example, I'll just use myself as an example. I had a vision of having a 3-bedroom house, and what my savings goal consisted of me trying to find out how much a 3-bedroom house cost in the area that I wanted it, which is Essex or Kent. And then I literally calculated what 10% of that amount is, and that was my saving goal. £30,000 was my saving goal, and that's just what I had to save. And I also gave myself a time frame. Not everybody has to give themselves a time frame, but I did. I did that because I found it very stressful living in my mum's house, because I had a lot of things. I have a lot of things, and also I had my clients coming to the house as well, so it just wasn't a convenient arrangement. So I gave myself a time frame, which was a year and a half, to save and leave my mum's house. And by God's grace, it happened. I do believe in God, guys, so you will hear me talking about my faith a little bit, because by God's grace it happened. No one else done it. It's not even by my power, it's not by my might. God did it. Just know God did this for me. Anyway, so you've got your saving goal. Rule number 3, this is something that worked so well for me. I'm a very visual person. I'm just visual, like I'm a visual learner. If I look at something, I'm able to remember it. And something I did was created a visual saving journey. This might not work for everybody, guys. Remember, this is something that I'm giving advice based on my experience and what I feel would work for some people, maybe not everyone. But having a visual saving journey is very important. Just sort of looking at your savings trajectory, seeing where you're starting from, where you're coming from, and where you would like to end up. What I did, I'm going to try to include a snippet on this video. I'll explain my visual savings journey right now. So as you can see, I started saving from the 15th of March 2017, and my aim was to save £1,000 per month from March 2017 until February 2018. And as you can see, there were times when I couldn't save £1,000 per month, and then you would see that I would add more money to try my best to reach my goal, which was £1,000. Then I got a new job and I upped my savings game, and in the end managed to reach my goal. But the little plus signs is just when I couldn't save £1,000, and then I found a way to make up for it, and that's literally what you have to do. This visual savings journey helped me so much. Helped me so much. I can't tell you how much it helped me. It was also very motivating to see that I was coming from somewhere and getting somewhere. Sometimes the savings was a bit slow because I had, guys, I feel like when you're trying to do something good, the devil always tries. Like, I had parking tickets. Like, I could just leave my car here for 10 seconds and I'll get a parking ticket. Like, within like a month, I'm pretty sure I had about £2,000 worth of parking tickets. And there was a point where my savings was kind of stuck. It wasn't moving from 7 to 10k. It was just kind of getting knocked back, and I had to try not to feel discouraged and just continued having that tunnel vision and kept it moving. 3. Rule number 4. Make sure you guys listen to this. So make sure you have a bank account that is clear from anything that looks dodgy. It might not be dodgy. So say for example you had someone giving you, for example someone owed you money and they're putting £300 in your account every month, or I don't know, whatever. Just any sort of thing that looks like it might get questioned, please open another bank account and just have everything going out from there. Your main account should have just miscellaneous things such as shopping, regular shopping, direct debits, just random stuff, but nothing that looks questionable. Please make sure your main account is just literally things that need to come out and not random stuff. Make sure, because you don't want to go through a thing where you've started a mortgage process, they've asked for 3 months bank statements, and you're thinking, yes, that's all they want, it's fine because 5 months ago blah 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 happened. Well, no, they might ask for 6 months as well, because they did that to me. And because I knew this already, I was fine. But 10 months before starting my mortgage, I opened another bank account and had random stuff going in there, and anything that may look questionable, like for example if I'm transferring someone a lump sum of money or someone's transferring me money, I just done it from a separate account, so that my main account was just literally just normal things coming out, little bits of shopping, phone direct debits, credit card direct debits if it was there, and yeah, very important step, guys. It probably sounds so simple, but please, and some people might know this already, but just make sure, just to avoid, because it will cause delay. They will come back and ask you, because during my process they asked me, so and so came into your account, so this amount came into your account on so and so date, can you please explain? This amount came into your account on so and so date, can you please explain? Luckily I had explanations for that, and there was actually a point where my job had paid me, I get paid weekly, and for the week I got paid £28,000 by mistake. Anyway, so that got questioned as well. So how I saved, I opened, so my bank account is attached to a savings account, so I transferred, every time I got paid I transfer the money over and transfer the money over and transfer the money over on a monthly, at the time I was getting paid monthly, I done it on a monthly basis, and when I was getting paid weekly I did do the transfers on a weekly basis. And one thing they ask for when you are doing the mortgage process is they ask for proof of savings. Proof of savings. You've got to show your statement. You've got to show the bank account that that you've saved in and how you've saved that money. Mine was very, very straightforward and very clear, because it was just coming from, I get paid and I transfer the money from my bank account into that savings account, and that was all it was. Like, no other money was coming into that savings account. It was just literally my account transferring money to that account, and it was kind of clear that I'd get paid and I'd transfer it over. Make sure that's very clear, guys, because when they ask for proof of savings, they are asking for a reason. God knows what they want to look at and what they want to pick out. So just make sure you cover your back by making sure your proof of savings is clear. It's not complicated. It's literally your money being transferred from one account into the other. If you're being gifted, put it in your main account. Come into your main account and transfer it into your savings account. But please just make sure everything can be explained. Do not do anything that cannot be explained, because you will create a delay for yourself, which is not needed. Rule number 5 is to make sure that you avoid any direct debits. Avoid opening any direct debits from your main account, whether it's a phone, whether anything in the name of a direct debit. Please refrain from this. Is if you're trying to get a mortgage, please, for the year, refrain from using that main account, because they'll deduct it and it will have an effect on how much the bank can lend you. Guys, saving can sometimes be a very lonely journey, and budgeting is very important. And when I say budgeting, I mean trying to find a balance between your normal life and not trying to suffer. I feel like when you suffer, when life gets hard and you feel stressed, you might end up just going to your bank account and saying, F this, I'm going to go and spend some of my savings. Please don't do that, guys. Please don't do that. I did that once. And that was when I realised I needed a savings buddy. So Shells, shout out to you for being my savings buddy. That helped for a little period of time. I had a friend who we saved together, and if I really wanted to spend, she was like, we didn't, put that money back, or we didn't, go and wear that other shoe. No, we didn't, you got clothes in your wardrobe, no one cares if you got new clothes, go and wear that. Yeah, we kind of persuaded each other not to spend. That was very good. If you're going to lend money to other people, please make sure you budget for that as well. Don't take it out of your savings, and if you have to take it out of your savings, make sure you make up for it in the following month. And just do everything in moderation. And just remember, you have clothes in your wardrobe. You don't always have to go out to eat, even though I did. And you don't always have to buy clothes. Just have a balance. And lastly, it's just for you to motivate yourself, guys. Motivate yourself. No one else is going to motivate you, guys. Motivate yourself. For me, my visual saving journey on my phone, I used to stare at it. I used to think, no, I can't wait to tick this one. I can't wait to tick that one. I can't wait to get there. And it really helped me. That was my only motivation. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Nothing else motivated me. There were times when I was stressed out because of my job, and I just wanted to buy myself a pair of designer shoes. There was times when I was really upset, and I just wanted to buy myself a handbag. All I needed to do was just to open up my visual saving journey. It doesn't have to be on your phone. It can be on your wall. Just count all the months, write down all the months clearly, write down how much you want to save in that month, and you'll just literally see how far you are, how far you've come, and how far you are from your goal. Very important. That's I probably just made this video just for the purpose of sharing that bit of savings with you. Having a visual savings journey. That's my favourite advice. So just to run through what I've said. So we have the number one is having a clear vision. Having a clear vision. I've kind of spoke about it, doing it on my own, but I know a lot of people save with their partners. Just make sure you have a shared, clear, realistic vision. Keyword shared. One person is not saying 2-bedroom house and another person saying 3-bedroom. It has to be one common goal and you both work towards it. That's my advice for couples. So yes, number 1 is having a clear vision. Number 2 is having a savings goal, how much you want to save for your deposit. And number 3, I'm just kind of thinking on the top of my head, I'm moving like I'm going to remember. Number 3 is having a visual saving journey, my favourite. I'm not going to lie, that got me through. That got me through. Guys, having a visual saving journey, I feel like that was just God sent. That was a God sent thought. I don't know, people might do it before, but I've never seen it done anywhere. So that visual saving journey I had on my phone, I used to stare at it at work, on the toilet, whilst I'm shopping, even when I'm driving in traffic, before I go to bed. Like, my vision was just so clear, and no one could deter it. So that was number 4. Number 5 was avoiding opening direct debits, budgeting, having a balance so that you're not suffering when you're saving, because that's quite demotivating. So make sure you do that. And lastly, staying focused, staying motivated. And if you're losing focus or losing motivation, speak to somebody. Let them know, do you know what, I'm saving, but like I'm really struggling. Like, I just want to spend, I just want to buy myself a pair of shoes. And if they're a good friend, I promise you they'll be like, don't do it. Just watch out for the friends that's like, yeah man, go and do it man, like, YOLO. No, don't do it. Don't do it. You can live without it. That's it from me, guys. I'm going to stop here. I don't want it to be a very long video. I just thought I should share a couple of tips that helps me prepare for my mortgage. Saving, guys. Saving is actually fun. When you start seeing your money grow, it's very fun. It's very fun. It's very motivating. You feel like an adult. You feel like, oh my gosh, I've got this amount of money in my account. But I'm not going to spend it. I'm going to be sensible. I'm going to reach my goal. I'm going to do it. Like, literally speak to yourself. Speak to yourself, motivate yourself, and you got this, guys. So everyone that's going through the saving process, preparing for a mortgage, those that's got in there, well done, because I know it's not an easy process, saving. Because, listen, guys, I've never been a saver. Saving? What? What's that? That was me before. I used to spend every money in my account. I might have £11 in my account now. I'll go and buy a top that was on sale for £11 and be broke until I get paid. So I've never been a saving person. So, but this visual saving journey, I can't stop saying it. That was my bread and butter. But I'm gonna leave it here, guys. Thank you for listening, and please make sure you like and you subscribe, you share this video. For those that's trying to save, and I'm looking forward to sharing the rest of my content with you guys. I hope you find it helpful in some sort of way, and any questions, do DM me on Instagram or just ask in the comments below, or I will do if I see that a lot of people have a lot of questions, I will do a Q&A and do a savings Q&A where I can answer everyone's questions. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Mwah.